I'd like to talk to you today about the federally administered tribal areas. Who rules in Pakistan's Wild West? Federally administered tribal areas are made up of 7 tribal agencies or districts and 6 smaller frontier regions. These regions inhabit a wild and harsh mountainous territory bordering Afghanistan. FATA is largely inhabited by the fiercely independent Pashtun tribe. This tribe has been very independent of any secular government since the British rule, and have continued to be so throughout the short history of Pakistan. Let's consider then how this independent people are ruled in theory and reality. Under the Pakistan Constitution, the President has executive authority over the region. However, he hands over the governing of this area to the Northwest Frontier Province in Peshawar. Political agents control the tribal lands by managing the bureaus that deliver services such as healthcare and education in tribal areas. As a result, this is where the real power lies, and they represent the government and maintain control through colonial-era rules founded in the Frontier Crimes Regulations. Frontier Crime Regulations is a draconian method of containing a volatile people, ruled by a code of honor known as Pashtunwali. This code of honor emphasizes honor, revenge, and hospitality as a means of maintaining social order. To give you just a glimpse of the background for these laws, you might want to know a bit about the history of the region. In short, Lord Curzon came onto the scene in 1899. It was he who had introduced the FCR as a method of incorporating order into a lawless land. Before this time, any sort of military pressure had been met with extreme resistance by the tribes of the land. Tens of thousands of soldiers were killed any time they tried to put any pressure on the people of this area. So Lord Curzon came in and chose a new approach to the problem. Instead of military force, he would establish the frontier crimes regulations and honor the existing political authority within the tribes, hoping that the tribes would then maintain peace and tranquility and punish the crimes that were necessary. The tribes operated under the 3 pillars of authority. There's the Malik, who operated through the Council of Elders, the Mullah, who was a religious authority, and then the political agent. These regulations they upheld were initially established to deal with a wild and unruly people. However, at this point, the purpose of the FCR within Pakistan was simply to protect the interests of the state rather than ensuring any notion of justice or civil rights for FATA residents, essentially creating second-class citizens. As you can see, the federal crimes regulations are definitely the kind of laws that we as modern citizens would never tolerate. The tribes that inhabit FATA were dealt another blow in the 1990s with the rise of militant extremists who used the area for training camps for jihadists. The Pakistani military was understandably unwilling to fight their own people, the Pashtuns, who are the second largest ethnic group in Pakistan. However, the rise of militants in the area drastically reduced an already impoverished people. None are more severely restricted from services and support than women and girls in this region. As you can see, there's disheartening statistics. 22.6 million children out of school. 1 out of 12 girls have never even stepped foot in a school. One journalist said, South Waziristan infrastructure has been ravaged by war. People's houses are hardly fit to live in after years of incessant shelling. The problems don't end here. The area is still scattered with hidden or disguised IEDs, which kill and maim children every day. In 2018, FATA merged with Khyber, a nearby province, and the FCR was repealed. This is in hopes that with a new mainstream political system, the FATA region will have a better tomorrow.